for whatever reason, I have a very big fondness for the story of the Prince and the Pauper. I have done ever since I was a child, and I had the growlier Disney version. It was, Mickey Mouse's Prince and the Pauper. So I'm most interested in watching film adaptations of this story. And the 2001 is really good. I enjoyed this a lot more than I expected. This was directed by Giles Foster, written by Duke Fanady, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Dominic Mignola, and obviously based on the writings of Mark Twain. And as you can imagine, this tells the story of the Prince and the Pauper. If you're unfamiliar with the story, it's about two individuals, one who is a prince, and he bumps into a character who is a pauper, a poor individual, and they look very similar. Some would say they look identical, and they swap places, and the prince lives his life as a commoner, as an everyday person, and the pauper lives his life with wealth and riches, and they realise that not only is the grass always greener, but they wouldn't want to actually be in the other person's shoes, because it's not as easy as it seems, and their own lives are not necessarily as bad as they seem. I think it's a brilliant narrative, but this particular adaptation tells the story really well. I think it displays the characters of the Prince and the Pauper really beautifully. It has a really lovely cast as well. So Prince of Wales, Edward Tudor, played by Jonathan Timmins, and Thomas Canty is played by Robert Timmins. So that must have been a lot of fun on set for them, I imagine. And we also have Aidan Quinn, Alan Bates, really great cast, Ian Redford, quite a few names that I recognise from other things that I've seen. Always a great bonus when you can follow somebody's career, or indeed discover somebody's career. The costumes in this are beautiful. I really enjoyed the costumes. I thought it helped build the atmosphere. Costumes are by Maria Fruby, and the child actors are brilliant. The set designs are really nice. They're nothing over the top. They're nothing elaborate. I don't know what the budget for this is, because IMDb has changed the way it displays information, and I hate it. But off the top of my head, I don't know the budget, but it doesn't look like a big budget production. But that's not a problem. I wasn't expecting it to be, but it was still really thoroughly enjoyable. If you're looking for an adaptation of The Prince and the Pauper, I completely recommend the 2001 by Giles Foster. Really good fun, absolutely delightful. It's rated PG, suitable for pretty much everybody. I watched it as a fully grown adult. I don't know if I watched it when I was younger. I would have been 8 when this came out. Maybe 9 by the time it came to the UK, I'm not sure. But it's really lovely. Definitely one that I would recommend.